From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Nice bright blue skies, sunshine, a welcome change after a couple pretty soggy days that we had Tuesday and Wednesday across green country. Clouds will be back in the picture later this evening into tonight. So enjoy the sun this afternoon as we take that look from Jinx. This morning did get off kind of a messy start in central Oklahoma and southern Oklahoma specifically. So we had some areas of fog and freezing fog from leftover moisture. Temperatures were below freezing. That caused a lot of accidents. Then also look at what's kind of disappeared here west of Oklahoma City. This was snow from last night where they had a couple inches of heavy snow on the west side of the Oklahoma City metro. That has now faded away pretty quickly, of course, with the warmer temperatures today. And this cloud cover back to the north and west, some of that is headed our way tonight. So you can see that storm system from yesterday on water vapor satellite looks at kind of the upper levels of the atmosphere. There it is, that upper level low already swinging all the way up to the Great Lakes. Right back in here, not quite as well defined, but look right in here, dropping from Denver down to Albuquerque. That's our next system, already pretty quickly moving in on the heels of the one that just left the area. So this system kind of clips eastern Oklahoma overnight into tomorrow morning. Just enough moisture with it that we'll start to see some light rain develop, and then a switch over to some light snow with the upper level low moving right overhead. Kind of like what happened near and west of Oklahoma City last night with that upper level low right overhead. There was just a kind of few hour sweet spot window where the column of air above the surface cooled down enough to get snow to the ground. That's what happens when these upper level lows move right in, and that's going to try to happen tomorrow morning in the midday hours in some spots. Now that'll quickly move out after midday Friday. The weekend, fortunately, we're in between systems. So system off to our east, system to our west, but we should be high and dry. And then next week, the active weather continues. Another wet storm system as far as rain and storm chances showing up early next week. Still looks like late Monday into Valentine's Day Tuesday could be relatively soggy and potentially stormy across portions of eastern Oklahoma. So now back into kind of the here and now for the next day or two. Highs this afternoon, not so bad. Low 50s across northeastern Oklahoma, mid 50s in southeastern Oklahoma. The rain and snow timeline. So later tonight, a slight chance for light rain. Most of it really won't pick up until you've headed to bed, and so the overnight hours. Then early tomorrow morning, a snow changeover. Not necessarily going to happen everywhere, but it looks like that would be the most likely opportunity early to mid-morning hours, especially here in Tulsa, for some snow to be falling. And then by the midday hours and into the afternoon, that system is pushing off to the south. And you'll see all of that kind of progression here on Future View starting this evening, with the clouds increasing, north winds increasing as well. So it'll get fairly breezy later tonight as you're heading to bed. Areas of light rain developing. Those temperatures mid to upper 30s and then low 40s south. So that's why we're going to start off with just primarily rain. But then temperatures will cool just enough, even if we don't get all the way to freezing. If we'd start dropping to about 33, 34 degrees, that can be enough to get more of a snow changeover occurring. And we'll have bands of light to briefly moderate snow in spots tomorrow morning through the midday hours. Could lead to some grassy, slushy accumulation. We'll keep an eye on the roads in case there's a heavier burst of snow. The one unknown here, one of the unknowns, is how long this system lingers to the south tomorrow. If it hangs on and hangs on in southeastern Oklahoma, those snow totals could go up. But looks like it'll eventually drop south. Those temperatures tomorrow are going to be cold. We'll spend a lot of the day in the 30s. Snowfall amounts, once again, not a huge deal here. And not everyone will see accumulation, but just in general, almost any spot could see a brief dusting or so tomorrow morning, maybe a half an inch on grassy surfaces, and then the better chance for a little bit higher accumulation still looks like it would be off into the higher elevations of northwest Arkansas, but could be just enough, maybe some minor inconveniences in the morning. So of course we'll be tracking it for you. And then the weekend gets better. We start to recover Saturday and Sunday, drying out, temperatures warming back up before more storm systems next week.